At this time, we move on to this development. The rapid advancement of technology has created a significant gap in the availability of skilled tech professionals, particularly in emerging domains like software development. Africa, with its large numbers of talented young individuals, is well positioned to capitalize on the diverse opportunity in the tech space. However, to unlock these potentials, African tech talent needs to be equipped with necessary skills to deliver high quality work and make meaningful contributions to the global tech industry. Now, this can enable them drive growth, innovation, and economic development, both locally and internationally. Now, joining us for this conversation is a software engineer, Olabamiji Taiwo. He joins us from the UK. Good morning, and thanks for joining us on the program.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning to you. Now,
and thank you for having me.
All right. Now, tell us how technology has helped in driving growth, innovation, and economic development for African developers.
Yeah, thank you. So when you look at how economic work, the creation of value is one of the major important things for driving the economic growth. And one of the things that developers do is to create solutions and software that powers economic activity. This software makes things like economic activities easier, accessible to many people, cheaper, and more accessible to a vast majority of people. And when this happens, you are able to multiply productivity to your customer, to your people at cheaper rate and raw. So thereby multiple activities are spin up, and a lot of people benefit from this activity, spinning off many activities. And
Taiwo, if you could see hear us, I'm really concerned about these activities you're talking about, narrowing it down to jobs, right? There are quite a number of jobs within the tech space, and the focus we want to consider this morning is how Africans, and zero down to Nigerians, how we can be made, get ourselves ready to benefit from these activities within the tech space. Now, you live in the UK, apparently, our government back home here is doing as much as they can to, have bilateral agreements and cross MOUs with different tech giants so that, youths in the country can benefit from that. But from your perspective as a software engineer, how can we do this?
Yeah, thank you. I think the government is in the right direction with a couple of initiatives that have been put across. I think one way we can also tackle this is to start from the cradle. And what I mean is taking the skill to the when our kids are still very small. You want to introduce digital literacy when people are still kids. So bringing technical skills to primary school and secondary school is one of the fundamental things to promote development of STEM in Africa. We need to bring it to them. One of the initiatives I've seen that is common is you see parents trying to give their kids at early age digital skills, but we need to go more beyond that by making it a little bit more affordable to public schools where people are trained in the basics of problem solving, which is one of the basic skills when you are doing software development. We need to teach students how to solve problems using basic tools like writing simple games, solving basic skills, economic, and all the rest in a cost-effective way here.
You know, speaking about that, you know, I've always wished, Emmanuel, for instance, that I had the opportunity of having, you know, tech education whilst I was in nursery, primary, or secondary school, as it were. Not every school, again, we're considering Nigeria an African terrain, not every school can basically afford to have that kind of equipment, because again, education on this, it is cost intensive, you know, if you want to build that into your, you know, schools. But what could be the minimum way of having that in probably every school in Nigeria, so that all young students can be able to have access to this? Maybe not to the very grand part of it, but the basic ones. How can we do this?
Yeah, thank you. I think one way we can do this is for government and the companies to partner together and create hubs. And when we talk about hubs, we are talking about a cost-effective hub in, say, local government and states, where people, the way you have, where in a community where you have game facilities that community can use, and yeah, where community that cannot afford maybe a football pitch and the rest can use. We have pitches being created and all that, and community can use that. The same way we can create a technology hub in states, in local government, so that people that do not have access through schools can have access to these facilities, because like you did say, these facilities are very expensive, but when it's a form of share one contributed by government and communities, interested, corporate, and the rest, it's cheaper to bring this to the doorstep of people, so that people can use these facilities and use it to develop their skills and competencies.
I love the fact that you raised the issue of partnership in all of this development, but for me, how lucrative is having a career in the tech industry, so that it will also drive economic growth and development to African countries?
Yeah, thank you for the question. When you look at the tech today, I would say tech is the new oil. The way oil is provide a lot of revenue to country like Nigeria, Saudi Arabia, and the rest, is the way tech is providing revenue to country like China, India, and the rest. So to governments, when you look at development of local talents, it could be at this point a form of any forex for the government, because developing of local talents and outsourcing of that to the world at general bring income for governments. On the individual basis, for me, for instance, one of the ways to break out of poverty for many African youths is the investment in these tech skills, because what it made you to do, it make you to be able to offer skills and services to your community, Nigeria, and even the world at general, such that these skills can bring you forex in unimaginable way. Average developer earn a very good salary. Average digital content maker make a lot of money.
Absolutely.
So when you compare the kind of value it will bring to individual and government, I think it's something we should go for.